And we leave it on?
Yeah, we leave it on.
Ah, okay.
So,
Hey guys.
welcome back.
Just the two of us. You can.
I know, it has been a while since it was just the two of us.
It definitely has.
We had a lot of guests
We sure
on the
did.
podcast.
We sure did. It was very interesting episodes. 3 episodes, right? Excuse me, y'all. I got gum in my mouth. Let me just. Sorry, y'all.
You want a paper towel? Let me get you a paper towel.
Actually, hold on. Let me just.
So, I mean, we don't really need to introduce ourselves because they already know who we are.
Right? You know who we be.
But, you know, we'll say it again. You know, it's Star.
Nikia, very good.
Please say the baby. I don't know why I always gotta say that every time she says that. I always have to.
One must say it, duh. So anywho, so we're here. I mean, I guess we just gonna talk shit because we didn't plan any kind.
We
You
did.
good? You comfy?
Yeah, I'm trying to get comfortable because I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. I'm like, get comfortable, girl. Yeah, we didn't really. I guess it's just gonna be, you know, freestyle episode per usual.
Just chatting it up.
Yeah, so I will say thank you to all of our amazing guests that came on to, you know,
The podcast.
yeah, discuss some
fun.
dope ass shit. We learned a lot. We laughed a lot.
We sure did.
It was some interesting statements. And if y'all haven't yet, please go catch up and watch, you know, the rest of the episodes. Watch all the episodes, you know?
I feel like the ones with the guests, we got like a lot of views on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is more than what we're used to.
Yeah, send it out, y'all. Come on.
So make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know, we try to do like the YouTube as well because we know some people, they don't mind the audio, but they rather see like the interaction. So it was just surprising to see like those numbers almost to 100.
Yeah.
I was like,
So-
oh shit, we about to be YouTube famous.
You know, she the YouTube queen over here, so she be knowing, like, she know how to work that shit. So, but anyways,
If y'all hear me like all throughout the episode, it's because my fucking nipple ring keep getting caught to the damn inside of the sweater.
she going through it, y'all. She going through it. She going
Should've
through
put a
it.
bra on.
Let's hope she walks away with her nipple intact and
I would hope
not that
so.
shit cut off, bleeding
Child.
everywhere.
Oh shit! I didn't even put my phone to charge.
Oh, child. We be talking and talking and talking, and that shit will be dead, and we would just be like, so we only recorded 20 minutes worth. Enjoy.
So what should we start with today? Should we like?
I don't know.
What happened this week?
How you asking me what happened this week?
Oh, sorry.
First of all, the week just started.
Well, I should say what happened last week.
So I haven't really been on the blogs too much. I was trying to catch up earlier to see what's going on. And I saw Mano, which is funny because it ties into the episode with the guys. So y'all better go watch it. See what I did there? See? And he was talking about K. Michelle and her box being smelly. And I was like, wait, and he OD'd. Like, he really OD'd. And I'm just...
I didn't get to watch it, but you know, when you sent it to me, it sent it to me 9 times.
That happened to my cousin. She said, yo, it sent 20 times. I don't know why it did that. Because when I was trying to send it the first time, it was frozen. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I kept, like, tapping it.
Yeah.
So I guess every time I tapped it, it must have been sending it or
Girl.
whatever. So I'm like, what the hell?
I was like, damn, she sent me mad on memes, but then I realized it was the same
Yeah,
thing.
so I guess IG is glitching or something. I don't know. But and then I saw that she had, I think that happened over the weekend. And then I saw she commented on Twitter and she was like, oh, she doesn't understand why people always coming from her, lying on her. She wants it to be over. And I guess she's just over life. It sounded like somebody who's like on the edge about to like do something that we pray that, you know, a person wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I hope she's okay. And she's like,
Sorry, y'all, that was a doorbell.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
so she was like, and I don't know why this man who I never did anything with is lying on my box. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all, you know, I don't know.
Wait, but what did he say? Like, what was the deets that he said about her box?
So that it smells.
But you know what's crazy though is that K Michelle is like somewhat of a bully. Like she always talking shit about people. She's always like saying mean things, spreading lies, rumors, whatever the case may be. So I mean, you got to take what you dish out.
Child,
I'm just saying, I'm being devil's advocate, looking at it both sides.
Yeah.
It's like you do a lot of talking on the social media.
I mean, yeah, she does, but sheesh, like, nigga, we still talking about K Michelle box being stank. Like,
other people said her box stink.
Well, I think it was mentioned somewhere else. So there's like I don't know if it was Mano. I don't know, y'all. Y'all let us know in the comments, but I don't know if Mano was the one that initially has said that her box stink, but that's nothing new. It's already been out there before, like somebody saying that her box stink, a celebrity or some shit like that. So unless it was Mano who said it initially and he's still talking about it, because it seemed like he was on some kind of show. I don't know what show it was, and the girl was like, oh, you know what she said something along the lines of like, why is that something that you would say to a woman, or what made you say that about a woman, some shit like that. And then that's when he like went on this crazy ass, I wouldn't say a rant, but it was just like,
was he like disrespecting her anyway?
Yeah, he was ODing. Like his delivery, his approach was just like, dude, seriously?
I mean, if you want to speak on your experience, speak on it, but you don't have to say the person's name or be disrespectful. You know, you can just be like, you know, there was one time I was messing with a chick and her box wasn't A1.
Yeah, that's what the girl was saying. She was like, you know, because for some, she said that for men, they balls be smelling, you know, but some women would. What the?
Oh my God.
What is that?
Give me a second,
yo.
Like, what the hell?
Why Julian couldn't answer the door?
I don't know.
Recording from home, y'all. This is what happens when you record from home.
Oh, thank you.
But anywho, yeah, y'all. You know.
It's my Amazon stuff.
Who let them in?
I don't know. Ooh, child almost fell. Yay, you guys. So I brought like some Amazon stuff. I brought some stuff to do like Halloween looks on Amazon. So I'm like super excited.
Jeff Bezos, you better sponsor us. We're over here dropping Amazon's name.
Exactly.
Pay that coin.
This is going to be the first year that I actually participate in Halloween makeup. So we see how I do, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm sure it'll come out good. It looks tough, but I think you got it. So yeah, so that was pretty much it. And that was one story I saw. And then, what else was I looking at? Then I was looking at Ra Ali and Ari. So I guess Ari must have, I don't know what the fuck happened. All I know, she said that she was gonna beat that baby out of her. And I was like, first of all, like, you are crossing the line here. Like, what? So what I'm gathering is that there was a post that was put up and it wasn't directed at her, Ari. It wasn't directed at Ari, but she took it personal, and then she made that comment about, I'll beat the baby out of you, and don't play with me, play with people that's like in your age group, blah, 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 blah. So then Ra Ali, she went on her website, and then she started spilling some type of tea saying that Ari has been cheating on her man with her ex, which is Ra Ali's ex, and all this stuff. And that's why she's mad and all this stuff. And in my head, I'm like, why is your ex, like, why do you care about what your ex is doing and what this young lady is doing, you know, being that she's in a relationship? Like, sis, that's none of your business. And airing that out is going to do what?
Is she married, Ra?
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you got a whole family on the way. You know, this girl is very younger, like, she's younger than you, so what's the point? So that was one thing that I saw on social media. And then, what's the other thing I saw on social media? It's sporadic, y'all, because I be in and out.
Yeah, it's like I be on it. I have my days when I'm on it consistently, and then I have my days where I'm just like, I need a break from all things that's going on celebrity-wise, and just even in the world, period, like, things that's happening, whether it's like has to do with like politics and stuff like that. It's draining sometimes. Ooh, child.
That's true. I mean, I was reading up on last week. I was reading up on the genocide that's going on in Armenia, like the whole fight that's going on with Armenians and
isn't it like because of a border or a
piece
of land or some shit like that?
So I was just reading like the history behind that, and I'm just like, yo, if it's if it's not one thing, it's another. It's just like this world. Can we get a break? You know,
have this whole thing that's going on in Nigeria.
Yes,
with the SARS.
Yes,
I see somebody put. They were like, because. Don't quote me on this, but I did see somebody say like, "Oh, if it wasn't for Wale, you guys wouldn't even know what was going on in Nigeria."
Oh, Wale brought it up?
I guess he was talking about it a lot on Twitter. Mm-hmm. So somebody had wrote that, and he had retweeted it. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. If that was the case, then that's crazy.
Oh, well, how I came across this because of my friends who are Nigerian that are on social media. Mm-hmm. And I saw them post it. I'm like, what's this? And then when I clicked on it and I was reading it, I'm like, oh, shit, this is crazy. I'm like, police is just fucked up everywhere. These, like, major countries and cities.
Always corrupt. Always.
Corrupt as fuck. You know, our brothers and sisters all over the world, they going through shit.
Exactly.
With these governments. Not a day goes by somebody's not fighting the injustice that's going on. So
that's why it's good to read world news, especially if you're somebody who likes to travel, because it's good to know what's going on around the world. Because just because how we're treated here don't mean that we can't get treated in other countries the same way. You know what I mean? So it's good to know what's going on in the world. Or even if you're deciding to travel to a certain country, like, read up on the news that's going on so that you know. Yep. Because just because you're staying in a resort don't mean nothing. Things get got in the fucking airport.
Yep. It's true. It's very true. So that's going on.
Praying for Armenia and
Nigeria for sure.
That is crazy.
It is. And today is Indigenous Day. So we didn't get to record yesterday because I was out and...
she was out on a little datey date.
I was not out on a date. I was just out, y'all, hanging out,
living her best fucking life.
Yeah.
I was looking at the time. I was like, oh, okay, I guess we ain't recording today. I got dressed up.
I know.
And I was on time too.
I felt so bad. I was like, damn, I'm so sorry. Cause I don't really go out the way I used to because of how quarantine and everything is. So it was just like a little getaway. And plus, I was dog sitting for...
Ooh, child, we so happy that is over. No shade, Emily and Stephanie. But
we love you. Yeah, Nico.
Yo, dog training is not... It's crazy because we wasn't even supposed to be dog training. We were just babysitting, but he's still a puppy. So it was just like... Child.
I feel like I had a newborn baby.
Oh, my God.
Went sleep all day, up all night. Then trying to get him to poop on the wee-wee pad. It was a lot. Then looking up ways to discipline him. It was crazy. But, he will be missed. And I will see him when I go visit. But, child...
Shout out to the dog owners.
Yes,
I give it to y'all because it's really not
especially
easy.
Starting from like a pup. Ooh, child.
It's not easy. I'm just happy I don't have to hop over the fence no more.
I created a little barrier in the hallway because that was his little home for the time being. And then it's Star's birthday month. Her birthday's in a few weeks. Look at her. Now she want to be humble.
I'm like excited. It's crazy. I just tweeted, what was that, yesterday? And I was like, yo, I can't believe I'm turning 30 in like 2 weeks. And I was like, looking back, I would have thought that I would have been married with kids by now and like in my career. Yeah. And I was like, this just really just pretty much just showed me that it's all God's timing. Like it's not my timing at all. I can't control it. I could plan for it, but can't control it. So I'm happy. I was like, the old me would have been freaking out, but the new me is like okay with it, like just knowing that it will happen when it needs to. So
I mean, I'm sure there's other people out there, but I was so hyped to turn 30. Like I was so excited. I was like, oh shit, the big 3-0. I was mad happy, and most people I know, they are not happy when they were turning 30. So I was just like, oh my gosh, embrace it. Like, it's amazing. So it really is subjective. But I hope that... Because their numbers, obviously our body ages too as we get older. So like, the older we get, depending on how healthy you maintain your lifestyle, I said that shit backwards, y'all. No matter if your lifestyle is healthy, whatever, y'all know what the fuck I
know what you mean.
And it ain't the wine, so shut the fuck up.
I think it's also society too, because like, you know, especially for women, we're taught like, oh, you gotta have a kid by this age, and then just society period of just like, oh, well, at this age you're supposed to have A, B, and C. Like, you know, like that's like, it's like you go to high school, you graduate, you go to college. After you graduate college, you get in your career, and you like, it's like, but life doesn't work out like that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So that's probably why a lot of people are scared to turn 30, because it's like, fuck, I'm getting older, and maybe they're not where they want to be at in life.
Perhaps that definitely could be a lot of people. But listen, y'all, be grateful that you are even blessed to turn a certain age every year, because most people don't make it to these certain ages. So that's that.
I'm excited though.
Yeah.
I got a lot going on for this 3-0, the big 3-0.
She do. So stay tuned. We'll have the content for y'all, okay?
I think I'm gonna vlog it. I think I'm gonna vlog me turning 30 and just my insight and all that good.
Yeah, I'll remind you, because she always be asking, remind me to record. I'm like, yeah, okay.
No, I'm gonna do it. I really, because I'm trying to do more vlogs and stuff on my YouTube, so it's not just only makeup.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna vlog it, because that's a big milestone.
Of course it is, yes.
Especially the way people have just been dying so much, especially young people have been dying left and right. Nobody's really making it to 30, so, or even 25.
Vlog it.
So vlog it.
Yeah, you should vlog it. What else is going on? What else is going on?
Well,
you pregnant?
Hell no.
I mean, she can still drink the wine. That's why I'm like, what's this?
Hell no. I've been using condoms. So this baby ain't pregnant.
She's staying safe, y'all. See? Stay safe.
Unless I'm fucking Mother Mary.
And Immaculate Conception?
And God put a baby in me. But other than that, absolutely not. And then after watching Nico, I don't want no kids. I don't want no dogs right now. Child, I don't want nothing that is responsibility.
She is scarred.
But honestly, when you had Nico here, it made me realize, like, I'm still a little selfish. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to take care of somebody yet. Whether it's a pet or a child.
Yeah.
Because there was moments where I was just like, I can't with Nico right now. I can't do it. You know? And it's like, I know that he's going to go back home, so that's not really my responsibility.
Right.
But him being here was just like, yo, I am... What the fuck?
Yo, Julian!
Sorry, guys.
Of course it would happen. Like, come on.
The day that I feel like the Sundays that we record, the fucking bell don't be going off like this.
It doesn't.
I don't know who that is. It's funny how nobody hear the doorbell.
Right. Like, Julian, can you go answer the door? So anyway.
You didn't order no food, right?
No, because him? No, he was eating something, but my food is already on the counter.
Okay, never mind.
I made sure to order before we record, because, you know, I don't want to be the cause for any interruptions.
Well, I was telling Anik, because we were having this conversation.
What you was telling me now?
No, I'm not going to spill, like, that much tea.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, good. So, no, I was telling Anik that, because remember how we was talking about, like, Rosses and shit? Because we, you know, when she went out or whatever, we started talking about the conversation. And, yeah. Niggas don't have no rosters. Niggas don't have nobody to, like, hit up just to have a conversation with. Not really consistent dick like that.
Honestly, I now 100% believe. I was even speaking with this Shawnice's friend that we went to when we went to out to Cecil, whatever. Yeah, so you know, he had put up a post about, you know, people who want to spend time with you and talk about how much they miss you, and it's like, make the fucking time. And I'm like, yo, that is so true. And I'm like, you know, niggas be lying out here. And he was like, yeah. He was like, where these kings at? And I was like, they not in New York. Our kings are not in New York. And I think I have come full circle with just knowing that the individuals that us single women want to find or whatever, they must not be in New York because, child.
Would you move though?
Yeah, I always wanted to move, but my plans of moving were always like, I want to move to Europe, or if I don't move to Europe, like Cali, like more of a city vibe. But more so it was like Europe. I want to move to Europe. So, and I remember when we were in London, my mom was like, you know, she was like, you're going to move out here. And I was like, what? Move out here? And she was like, yeah, you're going to move out here. I could see it. Watch. And I was like, London though? I don't know.
It's always like raining and stuff, right?
Yeah, and just, I don't know. When my experience in London, I was just like, blah. I was like, this is the hype. So, living there, who knows? But, yeah, no rosters. I don't even know if this is some shit that we should even be candidly talking about, but...
I mean, it's probably a lot of females that
set you free
are in the same predicament. And, like, I was telling me, and she also said it as well.
When I said a damn thing.
Okay, well, then for me...
I did.
Like, my early 20s, I was getting niggas, like, I really, like my best friend say, like, you never stayed down for long. And it was true. Now...
And I was saying to her, well, our standards are higher now. Because, you know, as you get older, there's certain traits or characteristics that turn you off. And you're just like, I know for me, the shit that I was entertaining 10 plus years ago versus now is a dub.
That's true.
Like, there's certain shit that I'm like, because I already get turned off easily by a lot of shit. So the fact that I was pushing through and tolerating certain shit that I shouldn't tolerate, even with niggas on a roster,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, now I just be like, ugh, I'm not wasting my time, whatever. Like, I don't put energy into any individual that comes my way now. And if I do put some type of energy in, it's not the same energy that I used to put in when I had my, all right, this nigga is acting up, then that one, you know what I'm saying? So, because I'm having flashbacks as we speak of moments where I'll be like arguing with this one, and then I'm like, boop, let me text this person. Oh, hey, how are you? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. So, what? I don't know.
It's true with the standards though, because even this one guy who slid in my DMs on Instagram and he asked for like my number and stuff. And like off the bat, I kind of already knew like this is not somebody I really want to entertain like that. Yeah. It would just be somebody that I would talk to here and there. Nobody I want to take serious. And he pretty much, he hit me up and was like, oh, let's hang out. And I was like, oh, well, I'm in Jersey right now. I was like, do you want to hang out Monday? And he was like, sure. So I was like, what time? And he was like, oh, whatever time that you available. And I was like, well, I get off of work at 5, so anything after 5. And I was like, what would you like to do? Like, what did you have in mind? Never wrote back. Writes me back, because when he hit me up, I think that was like a Saturday or something. He writes me on Monday at 11 p.m. with a sad face. So I write back and I was like, what's the face? I'm not entertaining it. What's the face? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, no. And then he's like, he wrote some shit like, oh, I didn't get to see you. And I was like, well, you never responded back. And then he was like, oh, do you smoke? And I was like, no. And then he wrote something like asking me a question and I never responded. Because I was just like, see, the old me probably would have kept having a conversation with you.
Forcing it.
Exactly. Even though the old me probably would have knew like this is not somebody I want to take serious, but the new me as I'm getting older, it's like, I know already off the rip I'm not taking you serious, but I'm not about to do this with you. Yeah. Like, if I'm gonna be talking to somebody just for entertainment, it's gonna be somebody who is consistent.
Most definitely.
So it's true. As you get older, your standards go higher, and you're just like, yeah, certain shit that I'm not gonna tolerate.
Yeah, because it's like time is of the essence, and you don't want to waste your time no more. I think, you know, we all had fun. We all wasted time on individuals that we probably shouldn't have, you know, whatever, hard lessons learned. But I would hope for the majority that, you know, are mature, that after a while you just see like, not worth my time. Next. But ain't no nigga that's next, because
niggas ain't got no roster.
There's no roster.
It sure ain't.
So, child.
But it's crazy because, like, damn, I was about to say something too, and it just literally just like slipped my mind. What the fuck was I? I was just about. It was literally piggybacking like off of what you just said, and
maturity.
It was. Was it like wait? It was something when you said about things that we would have entertained, like for certain individuals, wasting our time.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What was I about to say? Damn,
it wasn't important. That's what they say.
Yeah, it probably wasn't. Damn, it was right there on the tip of my tongue too. I don't know what happened.
Well, I don't know, y'all, but
I'm gonna be hopeful that I just been praying to God, like, please let me meet my soulmate, because I don't know how many more lessons you gotta teach me. I done been through the ringer with these niggas.
Shoot, maybe that ain't the lesson. Maybe that ain't the ringer that God probably wants you to learn from.
Yeah, but I'm like, because I, like, now that I'm a little bit older, like, I look back at old relationships and I try to, like, learn, like, okay, what lesson did I learn from this person coming into my life? Because at that age, I wasn't thinking about it. It wasn't until I got older that I sit back and I'm like, okay, I learned this. I learned that. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, God, what other lessons are you giving me that you holding my soulmate back from me?
Or maybe it could be the opposite. Maybe your soulmate is not ready. Maybe he's doing something that, you know, you guys haven't crossed paths yet. And also, you know, once quarantine is over, my cousin and I, we were talking about this because, you know, I be sending her stuff from TikTok per usual. And your environment, like places that you don't frequent often, which is, you know, something that I've always known. And, you know, people tell you all the time, well, if you want to meet this type of person, you need to change your scenery, you need to change your environment, you know, because you're not going to, there are certain people who are lucky enough to meet their significant other, life partner at the club, at brunch. You know what I'm saying?
At a
bar.
But then a housewarming.
Right. But then there's other people where, you know, that's not their story. So you kind of got to insert yourself into an environment where there'll be men available to meet, to interact with, you know, that has a certain type of caliber that you want. So, you know, we were saying, you know, once this whole pandemic shit, hopefully whatever gets back to normal, like we'll start, you know, going places and doing things that, you know, just open up the scope a little bit of just meeting different people and, you know, and see where that takes us. So
I agree with that 100% though. Like, it's always the environment. Because, I mean, there's times where I hear females like, oh, all I keep getting is these hood niggas. And I'm just like, okay, but where do you go? Where do you hang out?
It can't just be where you live.
Exactly, because that's why you're going to continue getting those hood niggas. Like, if you broaden your spectrum, I guess I could say, and you go to different places, you're going to meet different guys.
Yeah, that's true.
So I agree with that, 100%.
And then you can have the roster that you want.
Right?
You know?
So how people get so lucky with fucking social media with the DMs? I don't get that lucky with my DMs.
Her favorite love story.
Yeah, I love stories like that.
I don't know. I think I have no... Oh, because that's what she was showing me on IG, right? What is it?
Well, it started on Twitter. How it started and how it's going.
So...
Child, them stories are so cute.
I think also you have the people who probably get DMs and then don't pay it any attention, don't even open their DMs or whatever the case may be. Then you have the people that open their DMs and they kind of like probably sift through like what type of...
Ooh, child.
Excuse me. Sorry. Oops.
That verb almost took her away.
Yeah, that was a deep one, y'all. But yeah, so then you have people who probably go through their DMs and they, you know, pinpoint like, okay, maybe I'll respond to this or I'll respond to that. Yeah. And then you have folks that just be like, whatever, like this is here sitting there, I'm not gonna do anything. So I think it really depends on what type of person you are and if you're open enough to say, okay, this person just slid in my DMs, do I want to entertain this? And then see where that, you know, takes off. It just depends. And a lot of those people too, they weren't from New York, right? A lot of them were from different states as well.
What is going on with New York?
I don't know.
Why is the dating scene so trash out here?
Because everybody is for everybody. Y'all like that? Everybody's for everybody.
It's like so
everybody's
crazy.
for the streets.
I don't know. It's because like everybody's accessible,
definitely,
and there's so many options. Whereas like these other places, you gotta drive. So it's like you really taking the time to get to know somebody.
Yes,
but it's like the dating scene in New York is so trash.
It is. It is like, horrible.
It's just I can't.
It's not easy. And Star said, it is true. Like when you have so many options out here, like you could meet somebody tomorrow and the chemistry is great, the conversation is great, and then they do say something that's like, I'm not gonna talk to this person for like a week, and then next thing what you think is gonna happen between that week, right? Mm-hmm. That person is gonna be out and about doing their thing. They're gonna meet other people, and then the next person is gonna take up this person's attention and time. But while you're putting this person on timeout, the world didn't end. It didn't stop. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That person was like, okay, whatever. I haven't heard from you. Next, and that's probably what it is. You know. Because sometimes certain people think by being unresponsive and just ignoring a person is like cool points. And like that makes you look different, but no.
It's corny.
Yeah, like if you do something to piss me off or you say something that's out of pocket or whatever the case may be, and we're trying to get to know each other, I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna just be like, yeah, let me just ignore him. Let me put him on timeout. No.
I'm gonna let you know that you annoying the shit out of me.
Yeah. Because maybe
vocal.
Somebody didn't tell you that certain things that you do, certain things that you say come off in a negative light, in a negative way, you know? Because it seems like niggas don't be telling people a lot of shit these days, so.
They sure don't.
You know? But I don't know. Me and Star gonna have to go on I don't know when that's gonna happen. We're gonna have to go on what is it? What's the thing called?
An awaken?
Huh?
I don't know. I just said that.
Huh?
I just said it just to say that. I don't know. I'm talking about my ass right now.
Because her and I, we went to a mixer years ago.
Oh my God. Which one? The first one?
Yeah, because the second one I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But I went to, the first one it was just like,
Wait, no, but we did go to like a blind date one, but it was through the cuffing season one.
Oh yeah, but then it wasn't really like.
Well, remember it was sold out, so we couldn't do that.
Oh, yes.
So it was at the party part. But the first one we went to.
Oh, Lord.
I think it was me who found it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read the details too well.
It was downtown. And it was like a singles mixer. And, you know, there was a plethora, word of the day, plethora.
Yes, come through. Use it in a sentence.
There was a myriad, other word of the day, of different people there, singles, and you know, it was just like
we gonna talk about who these singles were.
It was a mixture of Asian, white, Indian.
We're not talking about people like close to our age.
Yeah, they were older. So I was just like, It was just like, oh no, we tried something new.
We did.
Cause you know we definitely wanted to do the
speed dating.
The speed dating, cause I always thought that was a cool experience. So we did research, and for some reason, I know on my end, I wasn't really finding too many. So
especially for like black people.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? Is this shit only in the movies? This shit is fucking fake. This ain't real. So hopefully, when everything gets back up and running, we can find like a good speed dating event, and we can do that.
I feel like you're my only friend who's into stuff like that.
I'm into everything, y'all. I'm a wild child. Like I like to experience new dope shit, or just, you know, live for whatever life has to offer, because you only get that one. So
I don't know why people don't really like speed dating. They think it's like, well, I hear this from a lot of guys. They think it's like corny and stuff, and I'm just like, you could find love anywhere. Like me, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I believe that you could find love anywhere. So I always love those stories where people be like, yeah, I was at a game night, or
because it's not
conventional. Through my DM, or we was just friends, or I met this person because I dropped something. Like, you know, just like stories like that. It's like you just never know. And people done got married, me and people through fucking speed dating. So it's like, I ain't opposed to it.
I mean, everybody's intention is different, right? Mm-hmm. If your intention is you just want to sleep with people, and by doing
dating app,
right. And, you know, by going to a mixer or going to, you know, people switch up the environment of trying to just find sexual partners. Then that's your intention. So for you, it's like, whatever. But then there are people out there that's really trying to look for a life partner. Mm-hmm. So they take it serious. Because, hello, this shit ain't fucking free. You're paying for this. So you're hoping that by me paying, that maybe I'll meet, you know, a few people to date, right? Date. And, you know, if there's one out of whoever I get during the speed dating shit, hopefully that person's on the same page, and then from there you evolve with that person. Cause niggas is dating to marry, okay? I had my fun.
I did too.
Cheers to my late teens and 20s.
Cheers.
Right? Shit.
I feel like once I got to age 26-ish, I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm ready to actually meet somebody to build with, like, build a future and get married and have kids. Like, that's where my mentality went. Whereas, like, before that, it was just like, well, I just want a boyfriend. But I still, like, you know, living my best life. But now I'm just like, I think I'm ready for that.
Yeah, mine was after 23. Yeah, after my Jordan year, that's when I was like, all right. Because, you know, a nigga was partying every fucking day.
Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of started young. So
so I was out here, son. I was out here. So for me, it was like, you know, when you start early experiencing life.
That's so true.
You tend to mature quicker. So when you reach a certain age, when you got some people who they just started doing certain shit, you're not on the same level. Because now you at a point where you want to do and experience different things. And they still want to thot and bop in the streets. And you just like, all right, I've been there, done that. And I'm good. And then you're seen as the probably Debbie Downer, sore loser, whatever the fuck people be saying. So it really depends on where you at mentally. Yeah. And just having those conversations with yourself, like, okay, I am ready to be in a committed relationship. Have kids, blah, 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 you know.
Exactly.
Buy a house, the whole nine. So,
that's what I say now when I'm dating. Like, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. What are you looking for?
Yep.
Let's put that on the table now, because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time. If we're on two different pages, there's no need for us to continue to talk.
That just gave me flashback when Troy was like,
being honest.
He was like, women are too honest. And I was like,
he has a point though, because some guys do think like, okay, well, I'm gonna give her what she wants for a week or two to get what I want. Yeah. Because there are men that think like that. But I think now we would know, like, when a nigga is just... Because women are very smart. Yeah. And some of us choose to ignore certain things.
That's true. The signs, the red flags, you know. Yeah. Because there's shit that be just like... and we just be like, oh, whatever. Like, he has great conversation and... You know, he says a couple... Right. He says a couple of big words. He's smart.
Okay, not the T.I.
And, you know, like, get out of here. Get out of here.
You know what, Troy? This is for you. I guess I'm going to still be too honest for these niggas. Because at the end of the day, when a nigga can't never say, oh, well, you didn't say A, B, and C. Because I would be like, look, I laid it out on the table what I wanted. So if I decide to peace out... You can't be mad because I told you what I wanted and you ain't giving me what I want. Yeah. So, deuces.
Well, I've always... It's funny because when he's stupid. Because when he said that and I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, I've always been, like, honest with men in regards to, like, my wants and what I don't. So, thinking back, I'm like, could that have negatively worked against me? But then... I think of the certain situations. I'm like, no, because like I already put my expectations out there on the table. Yeah. So I already said like, listen, this is what I want our dynamic to be. You with it or you're not. Yeah. You know? So I think for the most part, like a lot of it, the brutal honesty, you know, it worked in my favor. It didn't work against me. Yeah. You know? So... Or so I think. Who knows? But
it happened to me just once where I laid it out on the table and told a guy, like, this is what I want. Like, I'm dating to be in a committed relationship. And this person's like, yeah, I want this too. And then 2 weeks later, nigga went ghost. Then he just, a bunch of red flags started happening. I'm like, if this is not what you wanted, just say that. You're not hurting my feelings.
Exactly.
Because I know in this dating world, by me saying that, there's going to be some guys that's going to be like, okay, they're saying what I want. I'm already prepared for that. So you don't need to spare my feelings. So that one, which is crazy because now that nigga's in a relationship.
Oh, wow.
But I ain't mad because that nigga was still in my DMs even when he was in that relationship. So,
oh, Lord. Let me drink
God, I dodged it. What Beyonce say? I dodged a bullet. What was that song that she had when she was running in the wedding dress?
The best I never had.
Yes. So I dodged a bullet because that would have been me, the girlfriend, and he slid in the other bitch's DM, and I would have killed that motherfucker.
That's so true. See?
So thank you, God, that everything played out the way that it played. I'm grateful.
Yeah, I'm grateful too because that would have been a crazy ass relationship or whatever the fuck it would have evolved to. So no roster.
No roster, but we working on it.
Yeah.
I feel like me and you are probably gonna get married at the same time and have kids at the same time.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because I feel like you're like my only single friend left. Like that.
Am I?
Well, I'm not gonna count Joel.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me say female single friend.
Okay. Damn.
Well, you know you have mad friends.
Yeah,
I don't have that many friends.
Oh, God.
Well, see, me, I don't use the word friends too loosely.
Yeah.
So if I call you my friend, it's because I really fuck with you and you know me. Like, you know everything about me. Now I have associates.
Yeah.
People that I'm, like, cool with. But friends, I don't use that word too.
Yeah, she ain't out here kikiing it with everybody. But yeah, I do have, amongst myself, I have a good number of my friends who are single. And, they all go through the same bullshit, got the same questions, want the same answers. So, the shortage of men too, the ratio, I think it's like more women than men. So that also, you have probably 10 women to one guy. So that doesn't make it any easier as well for us single folks. But I know that our future is going to be great. Yeah. And the person that is out there for all of us is there. So
I feel like because me and her, we're like in this little, like, I don't even know. I don't want to say it's a drought. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I feel like we're just in this moment. And I feel like it's
go off, Ayanla.
It's going to take off. Like, I feel it. Like, because Jenny says this all the time. She's like, I feel like it's going to be like one day and you're going to be like, oh, I meet this person. And it's like marriage, kids. Like, it's going to take off. Like, and I feel like that's going to be the same for you. Because we're like going through all this shit with guys.
Yeah.
That is just going to take off.
Won't he do it?
But I will say this. So my single people that I know who be having them good looking friends and don't be putting a bitch on. Oh my
gosh.
And I'm since you want to be on this podcast so bad, Rashad. Like, all them good looking niggas you be working out with and you can't hook a sister up.
It's funny because he reposted, I don't know if you saw it yet, on his stories. No. And it was him and his friends and they were all shirtless, abs showing, body glistening and shit. And it was a girl and she was like, and he got all these fine friends. And then I commented, I was like, but don't want to put you on. And he was like, yo, I got you.
I'm gonna add to that comment.
Like, right? And I'm just like, nigga, I don't know what that is about. Like, with your guy friends having other guy friends and they don't put you on.
Yeah, and the good looking ones at that.
Yes. It's not like we saying, oh, I want to marry his fine ass right now. Hello, we want to date too. Just like y'all be fucking dating these females out here. We want to date. We want to meet mad new guys. Create a roster.
Exactly.
Like, duh.
I would be grateful. He did try, but homeboy needed to learn how to take pictures. I was just like, what? The picture is blurry. I could barely see his face. I was like, what is going on? No, I don't want that one. I want them good looking guys that you be working out with. Those is who I want.
Shiesty
ass. So I hope you watching because I'm throwing your ass under the bus.
We're gonna tag you in this video. So you do have to watch it.
But right after this, I'm gonna go on that and I'm gonna comment too.
Yeah, you should.
So you couldn't hook me up with one of these guys?
Except for the one that is in a relationship, he was in a photo. So mine is him. But the rest, it was like, yeah, there was one at the far end. I was like,
because I know you got all them Equinox friends.
Yes. I was like, ooh.
And I'm sure you got clients who look good too.
Mm-hmm.
They got probably a little bit of money.
Right? No, that's good because you want somebody to also match you, you know, money wise. Like, you don't, who wants to
motivate me at least?
Yes.
Like, oh, you make all this money? Now it's gonna motivate me to get my business and everything. Like,
exactly. Nobody wants to willingly date a fucking bum.
Have I ever dated a bum nigga? I'm really thinking about this.
Financially poor, mentally poor.
I don't think I've ever dated. Oh no, I'm lying. I don't think I ever told this story. Did I ever tell you a story about the Burger King?
No, this is not how Burger King.
Child, because I'm like, have I ever dealt with a broke nigga? I definitely dealt with a broke nigga.
Shit. Story time. It's story time. It's story time. I guess we're going to start doing that shit every time it's about to be a story time.
Damn, I thought I told you the story. When he brought the food on my card and didn't tell me how
much.
So let me tell you.
Oh,
so this boy or whatever, he used to work at my old job. But by the time I started working there, he wasn't working there anymore. Mm-hmm. And I was good friends with his brother, who was like, he worked in stock or whatever. I could say the company, Forever 21, whatever. So he was like, oh, my brother. I don't know how me and his brother started talking, but we started talking. And the brother that I was cool with, that I worked with, we went somewhere and he was driving. And then everybody was like, how they was hungry. So at that time, I don't think he was really working because he was trying to do like his music thing. So he's like how he was hungry or whatever. I wasn't hungry. And then at that time, was I eating fast food like that? I didn't want Burger King. I know that. So because me and him was dating, we was talking. I was like, you know what? It's only $1 something. Like, I'll buy you a burger. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, my mom always taught me to share. So I gave him my debit card and I was like, here. He's like, well, I'm going to just get a sandwich. So I'm like, okay. My nigga. First of all, at that time, if I were 21, like, I was not making that much money. Like, compared to what I'm making now, I was not making that much money. So, you know, I was trying to hold on to them fucking coins. And it wasn't a pay week. So, like, my check was, I mean, not my check, but the balance was like, And I was really going to give, like, a little bit of my last to him. This nigga came out with fucking 2 burgers. Fries. Wow. Like, he brought more than what he said he was gonna buy. Now, the reason why I was pissed was because you told me that you was only gonna get a burger.
Right.
Now, if you wanted more shit, just tell me that, because you don't know how much is on my card.
Exactly.
I could have just had only fucking $3 on that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't know what I have on there. Just ask, like, hey, you know, I'm more hungry than I thought I was. Do you mind this or whatever? So when I see him come out with mashed, I'm just like,
yo, that's crazy.
So I was like, my dude, what, you said you was going to get a burger? And he was like, oh, no, I was like, no, you didn't. You said that you was just going to get a burger. And I was like, you don't know how much I have on that card.
Right. And
you just buying mad shit on there.
And that's my fucking money. Like,
exactly.
Audacity.
Like, I know we're dating or whatever, but I don't mind paying for a meal or if you're hungry or whatever, but check in with me. So that, because if I didn't have nothing on that card, because at that time I didn't have like the overdraft protection. So like if I went over, I would be in a negative. Yeah. You don't know that, my nigga. And I was just like, and I stopped talking to him after that, because for me that was a deal breaker. Because it was like, to anybody else it would probably be like, oh, you're ODing, but to me it's like, I can't trust you.
Yeah, I think most people will understand and they'll be like, yeah, I would have cut that person off too. Because you don't take nobody's card and go on a little shopping spree.
Yeah. Like, especially when you told me you only gonna get this and you got fucking 2 burgers, fries, a drink,
and dessert. 2 burgers, my nigga? 2 Whoppers? Like,
and dessert at that.
Nah.
I was like, yo, this
fucking
nigga,
hungry ass.
And nigga didn't even think like, yo, let me just, I know she said she didn't want nothing, but let me just get her something.
Because I'm using her card to buy this shit.
No, at least give me a fucking toy from the Happy Meal, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? That was like one bum nigga that I fucked with. Yeah.
Damn.
And he was tight too, like, because I just stopped talking to him. Like, after I went off on him, I stopped talking to him. And then when I saw him again, like, months later, and we talking about it, he's like, oh, you ODing. I ain't get that much stuff. I'm like, my nigga, you got mad shit. Like, because I remember looking at the receipt, and I was just like, and I'm watching him eat the shit, and I was just like, yo. Because I know, I think I only had like $30 on that fucking debit card. Because, you know.
And he pretty much bought $20 worth of shit.
Yeah. Because, you know, when you hit that week that you're going to get paid, your money be getting a little scarce.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
I'm like, damn, nigga, I need MetroCard, all this, and you just over here splurging on fucking Burger King.
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, you never told me that story.
Damn, I thought I did. But yeah, that was one bum nigga. Other than that,
I would have walked out like, yo, give me my fucking shit, and I would have left his ass sitting there. Enjoy your fucking Whopper Jr.
Now I don't give my debit card to niggas. Well, that was the last person. The last person I dated, that was fine. But yeah, that scarred me for some years.
Yeah, because when you think about it, this is what like some people do, right? When you're in a relationship and they have this mentality of what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. And when it comes to like finances, people be thinking like, oh, we can equally share this. That's why for me personally, I always said like when I get married, I'm not getting a joint account with my husband. We could have a joint account for the kids. Like, this is the kids' savings, and we'll put money in it, and blah, blah, blah. But me and you sharing a joint account? Nah.
What if it's like a savings account?
Nah. I'll save my own shit. You save your own shit. Because money is a very, very sensitive topic.
It ruins a lot of relationships.
Because when you think about money, you equate it to trust, right? And honesty. And remember that Martin episode when they had the joint account and that nigga went and bought that fucking big ass TV? So it's like, and you know, especially for people who don't talk to their significant other about it too, they just think like, oh, well, it's our money, so I'll just go and buy this or do this with it. No, it don't work that way.
Even in Greenleaf, where he took their savings and invested it, and it wound up being a scam.
No, right, after she said no. And he was like, oh, fuck
Wipe that shit out.
Wiped out the whole bank account. So no, like, I'm good with the joint account shit. Yeah. We could do an account for the kids. We put money in it, you know, until they get a fucking job and they're 18. But nah.
Yeah, when it comes to, even if it's like my friends, relationship, whatever it is, when it comes to people like debit cards, like even when you send me a picture, I deleted it. Oh, because I was just like, I don't like to keep people information, or if I'm using your card to get something, like if it's more than what it's supposed to be, I'm gonna let the person know like, hey, it came out more than this, blah blah blah. Like, I don't like that shit being done to me, so I wouldn't do that to somebody else.
I trust my friends because, like she said, I always be taking pictures of my cards and I'll be sending it to her. And I send it to, like, Justina or whoever. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you decide to do some shicey shit, I'm going to know.
Yeah, she would come in my room and fuck me up.
Yeah, and I'm like, you better not fight me back, bitch. Take this fucking beat down. You the one who stole from me.
But I got to protect myself.
Don't protect yourself now. You should have protected yourself instead of dipping into my account. But
yeah, my friends because you know I don't use that word loosely, because it's only you, Joelle, and Jenny. Those are my core like best friends.
I made the cut, y'all.
My darkest. We gonna get one thing straight. Anika's not a new friend.
Do I know her darkest secrets? No, I'm just kidding.
She's not a new friend
y'all
to
gonna
me.
put some respect. I think I just spit too, but. Yo, I don't know when y'all drink wine, but because I'm not a wino. Literally living with Star. Because I have other friends too who are winos, but it's different when, you know, your friends are winos and you're like, enjoy your fucking wine and I'm going to drink my little, you know, whiskey or bourbon, whatever. But we live together and, you know, she be buying her bottle of wine and sometimes they don't be no fucking Hennessy or whatever on the shelf. So I be like, so let me drink a little. And she drinks red wine. That's her favorite. So I'm like, let me drink a little bit of this. So I drink and I be pouring. I be like, okay. But yeah, like when this, I don't know, it makes my mouth like fucking watery.
Yeah, it gives you like kind of cotton mouth.
Yeah, like so my mouth is mad watery right now drinking this shit.
But that shit gets you drunk fast, red wine.
But yes, I'm gonna need niggas to stop thinking that I just popped up in Star's life.
She's not,
or vice versa. Like we have known each other for 10 plus years, right?
Yeah.
It's been 10 plus years.
Yeah, because we met 2011, 2012.
Yeah, so it's been a minute, y'all. Yeah. It's been a minute, but like you know, if you let Star tell it, I was too booked and busy.
She was, because she got mad friends, so you know, sis was always out. But we have pictures together of us being out. Like, she's not new.
Shoot, my laptop is right there. I'm about to start putting it up like, see.
We about to put that show on the podcast page. Like,
yes.
She's not new.
I'm not new. It's funny because she had posted a pic where her best friend and I at her birthday, and somebody wrote, they was like, yo, that's crazy. Y'all been friends for that long? I'm like, yeah. Like, I remember the day I met her. Like, come on, y'all.
At a mutual friend's house.
Yes, that is not a friend for me, but, you know.
Well, a mutual acquaintance.
Mutual acquaintance, you know, home. And, yes, so I've been around, okay?
Yeah, I need y'all to stop. Cause I be getting all the time like, yo, you be with Anika a lot now. I'm like,
right,
what?
I'm like, now, I'm like, we always hung out.
Yeah, like
We're just out more because we live together. But Star was always outside too.
I sure was.
I wasn't the only friend that she was outside. She was outside. Just
but
like
I feel like we're
outside.
we're a lot together more now because we live
Yeah,
together.
we live together, yes.
When we wasn't living together, we still hung out.
Yeah.
Like I said, she was booked and busy, double booking and shit.
You know.
But I'm like, she's not a new friend.
God is working on
like,
me.
why do everybody think she's new? She's not new. She's been my friend for years.
Yes,
now.
like put some respect on my fucking name, damn it. Sheesh.
That shit is funny to me.
I'm like, really, y'all? Like, when she be telling me certain shit, I be like, I've been friends with you for so long. Like, seriously, people?
Friends with me longer than the other people that I've known.
Yes, I've known her before so many other people. So I'm just like, what?
That's so true.
Like, what are y'all talking about? The only person that supersedes me is Jenny. Because that's sisterhood right there. That's
like
high school.
Maybe like 3 years.
Yeah.
Well,
probably
4 years.
more than that.
Yeah, a little bit longer than that. About a few years. Because when I met
Jenny...
Because
we met, we were in our 20s. Well...
I was in my early 20s.
Yeah, so...
Because 2011, I just turned 21.
And I should have been 22 by then. 23.
Yeah. And I met Jenny's sophomore year, so that was, 2005?
Man, y'all niggas is corny. But anyway, so that's that. So we got that out the way.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, I gotta make an announcement, because I need people to stop, because I was getting annoyed by that, like, yo... Or if like, cause certain individual, like we're no longer friends, and I would get that a lot. Like, yeah, I've noticed like you and this person are always together. I'm like, what? This person is not new. She's always been my friend.
Yeah.
She's always been in the picture.
I've been friends with her before she was friends with the other person.
Exactly.
Like,
so I'm like, she's
never
been new.
Like niggas want to. We gonna do a slideshow.
We should do a slideshow of like. Too bad we don't have a picture when we first met.
I know. I was supposed to be doing Michael Jackson. Because that's when... Does that still exist? The Wii? That's what it was. It was the Wii.
Yes.
And I was doing... That's when they had the Michael Jackson You Dance with Michael.
That's why when I saw that shit on TikTok, I'm like, yo, this was you.
And that was the first day we met. Because I'm a friendly, comfortable person. So at the end of the day, I'm going to do me. Like, I don't care if you're sitting there, whatever. I'm going to be dancing.
That shit was funny. I think you was trying to get me and Danny to do it.
Yeah, I was. I think you guys did get up and dance.
I think Danny did.
Danny did?
I don't think I did it.
Yeah, I was doing my thing, like... Because it was Thriller. It was Thriller and Smooth Criminal, I think. It was those two. And I was in the living room, like...
When I first met her, I was like, yo, she living her best life. Like, baby girl do not care.
I really don't, and it's still that same way.
It's funny because, can I say his name?
Who?
TC?
Yeah, why
okay. TC, one of our, like, mutual, whatever, acquaintance now. Well, for me. We were talking, and he was talking about how the first time he met you, and
God,
your like old best friend who pretends that she has illness.
Yo, be quiet. Moving on.
And he was like, when he first met y'all, he was like that you was talking about some crazy shit, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like Anik.
I was, because that's when
y'all was talking about something sexual. Or something.
Yeah, it was me, because the other one, she was walking. Well, we were obviously walking, because I remember it like yesterday, because we were going to our mutual friend's game night, and TC was sitting on the brownstone steps, like not too far away from the house that we were going to, and I said something very sexually vulgar. Didn't even know him. Nothing. And that was the first time that I met him. Oh, excuse me. And it's funny because I met him before I met Star. I met Star a few years later, and then we ended up finding out that he was a mutual friend because she went to school with him. So I was like, yo,
I didn't go to school with him.
What was it? How?
I met him because when I worked in the supermarket, like, what was that, 16, 17? His cousin through marriage, she worked there. So I met him because I would go to like her grandmother's house because, 146 in Convent, that was just a place to be, to chill out on the stoop. And that's how, I'll never forget the day I fucking met him, because I had these two pigtails. They were like little pigtails. And he was like, oh, Jaleesa, who's your friend? And then he was like talking to me. So he's like, oh, what's your nationality? All this other stuff. So when I told him, he was like, yeah, I could tell or whatever because you're pink toes. I was
what? What does that have to do with anything?
Because I was saying how I was like Indian and black and like or whatever. So when I say he was on it, like he was on it. And I was just like, yo, who? Jaleesa, get your cousin. Like, who is this? So yeah, that's how I met him. Like that. And then I met like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, you know him too?
Yeah.
We mixy.
Formerly known as Mixer.
You don't think you mixy anymore?
No. Because, I mean, no, I'm not Mixy anymore. Because I don't go to these functions and all this stuff that I used to that I knew a lot of people. So for me, it's like,
That's true.
But I'm not Mixy. I don't want to be around, like, I don't find interest in doing the things that I once used to do.
Yeah.
Once did. So.
Partying from Thursday to Sunday.
Girl, it was 7 days a week. If niggas say on Wednesday, I party on a Wednesday, I party on a Tuesday, I party on a Monday. I have parties every day in the week.
That is a fact.
Like, yo, what you doing on, Tuesday night? What you doing? We all linking that, blah, blah, blah. And then niggas is in the lounge, drinking, dancing.
I'm surprised I ain't got no wrinkles from all that partying.
Yo. Well, yeah, we're
Just
into
from, like,
skincare, so.
Because I just remember, like, partying till, like, 4 in the morning, then having to open the next day when you working in retail and shit.
Yeah.
And you would not be tired, be working.
I remember one time when I was working at Bloomingdale's, and I had went out the night before, and I got fucked up. I got so fucked up. And I remember, I was like, yo, I can't, I said, and my ex at the time, I was like, yo, I can't work on the floor. Because I'm fucked up. Like, I was so hungover. So he was like looking at me. Because I was super fucking late. Because at that point, I stopped taking that job serious. So I was fucking late as hell. But that was on purpose. Because I was trying to get myself out of bed. Like, just trying to make it to work. And just be a functional human being. And the hangover was winning. So that nigga, he put me in the fitting room. And I literally would... I remember he walked into the fitting room, and I was literally laying on the ground trying to take a nap. And he was like, "Come on, you need to get up. Come on. What are you doing?" And I was just like, "Oh, my head." I was so fucked up. I was like, "Why did I do this to myself?" Child, I was out, the next day or whatever, back at it, like. Hey,
that really is a thing. That really was a thing, though. Like, you would be partying to the fucking crack of dawn and then have to wake up early to open.
Yes.
And be tired. And then you get that text like, yo, we out again tonight. And you must have up all the energy just to go hang out.
Girl, that used to be us, especially like when, Emily, she gonna kill me, but whatever. When she used to be out too, she used to be outside.
Before motherhood?
But yeah, way before motherhood. That's when we used to be in Brooklyn heavy all the time. And we literally, it would either be her or I, either she would be opening or she would be mid, or I'll be opening or I'll be mid. And at the time, like, my parents, like, they live in Queens and I was working in the city. So, if we was out if I didn't sleep over her house, if we were out until like 3 a.m, that's 3 a.m. that I had to trek it back to Queens. By the time I get to Queens, it's like 5 a.m. and I'm sleep, and then I have to, because at the time the store will open at 10, like you have to be there at 10, but obviously be there a little bit before. Sorry. No, you're fine. So a nigga was barely sleeping, barely sleeping. So it was a crazy life. It was a crazy fucking life. But you know what? I always say this. I enjoyed my younger years to the fullest.
I sure did too.
So now that's why I be on my, I don't take no bullshit. I did that all already. So
the partying, the staying up late, the fucking hangovers, like the thotting and bopping.
I was showing with the roster. I was showing Star because that's something new. I finally got a new laptop, so pictures that I thought I deleted. So when I was looking to see, like, my pictures and stuff that was transferred on the laptop, if they were there, and I had deleted these pictures back in, what's that, 2013, 2014? 2013, 2014. I had deleted like, you know, my old joints that I had pictures of on my laptop. So as I'm going through the pictures, I'm like, wait a minute. I definitely deleted this pic, that pic, that pic. Like, I was in shock. I was like, what? So I was like, yo, Star, look. Because I had told her these stories of some of these guys. So to finally have it where she can see what this person looked like, I'm like, yeah, this nigga right here, that nigga right there, da-da-da-da. And I was just forgetting, like, yo, I really was talking to a lot of niggas at certain points of time. Sure. And I didn't care. I was just like, he, whatever, next.
Got the next nigga on.
Child. Now, I just be on TikTok.
Same. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. That's my entertainment. I was telling her yesterday, because that's when I came to the realization, like, yo, I really don't have a roster, because I had called somebody that I used to date, and like we're just friends. Mm-hmm. And I was just like talking to him or whatever. So I like propped the phone so I could get comfortable, and he was like, no, we not doing this. We not about to have a long conversation. I got shows that I need to watch. And I was just like, I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk, because Jenny, I think, was asleep. You were out. So I'm like, who am I? Joel, I can't even have a conversation with him, because he probably won't respond until 2 days later, or not at all.
A mess. So you should have called Dinesh.
I should have. I'm like, damn, I don't even have anybody to just have a conversation with.
Talk to Jesus. I told her in the room, talk to Jesus.
Jesus he always be tired of me.
He always listening. He always ready. Oh my gosh! So we did a prank.
Speaking of Jesus.
Yeah, speaking of Jesus. You see, y'all? You see? So we was looking at prank stuff, and I was like, yo, we should think of like a prank or whatever. So I came up with a prank where we call, because, you know, we all grew up in the church heavy. So I was like, yo, let's do a prank and call like our moms or our grandparents and ask them, what did the 12th commandment say? So I was up first, so my mom shouldn't be answering my calls anyway. So I was like, you know, it'll be by chance that she answers my calls. So, you know, I put this on speakerphone, and I was like, oh, Mom, I need to ask you a question, you know, that's in the Bible, because she's like a hardcore Christian. I was like, oh, what does the 12th commandment say again? And she was like, oh, I don't know, I can't think right now, but I'm gonna go look in the Bible. And I look for the passage, and I'm like, Mom, the 12th commandment, the 12th commandment. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna look at my Bible. And I was just like, nah, sis, you not the mother that was literally waking me up 7 a.m. on a Saturday to get ready to go to church, all the way in Boondocks, Queens. Church on Saturday, church on Sunday. Like, really, Mom? Really?
And don't even know that it's only 10 commandments.
Right. So then afterwards, I was like, Mom, it's only 10 commandments. And she was like, this is what you woke me up out my sleep for? And she was like, yo, I can't with you. You a fool. And so I hung up. But my grandfather, he hit.
He knew.
He knew. He was like 10.
He's like, 10. What?
Yeah. He was like 10. There's 10. And then Star did hers, which was hilarious.
My grandmother, she was right, but she didn't have the right book. Sis said Isaiah, and I'm like, no, it's definitely Exodus. Mm-hmm. Right? Does they say Exodus?
Yeah, Exodus.
Because my mom was like, no, she got it wrong. It's not Isaiah. But my grandmother was going off of me, and she was wrong at that. She was right. They are 10 commandments. But I'm like, sis.
Your mom was the funniest, though, because she just looked so, like, irritated. Like, seriously? And at one point, I thought the phone was frozen, because she was just staring at the phone like... No. And I was like, is this frozen? And she was just shaking her head. So we had to tell her, like, no, it's a prank. And she was like, you don't play like that.
She was over me.
Yeah, that shit was mad funny. And then our friend / roommate Julian, he did it. And his grandmother, deadass, also believed that there were 12 commandments.
She told him to look it up on Sapphire.
Yeah, Sapphire, a.k.a. Safari.
Yeah.
And she was like, Google it. And I'm like, nah, it's 10.
The funny one is when Nisi called her mom.
Oh, yes.
And she said, what's the 12th commandment? She said, thou shalt not steal.
Yeah, she said that. And I'm like, that is a commandment, but it's not number 12.
I think it's like 3 or 4. But I was like, wait, did she hear her right? 12? Not.
We was so like,
it's funny
because
it's like our parents had us in church heavily, like church, and y'all don't know the 10 commandments.
Exactly. Who was really paying attention then?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you, I didn't last long in Bible study. I did that for like a few weeks, and I was like, I'm over this.
Bible study.
I'll read my own Bible, but it was really funny. So y'all could go to Star's TikTok because she posted hers.
I did. I was thinking about posting it on Instagram too.
You should. It was a really funny prank. So now we're trying to think of like the next one to do. So we was coming up with some funny ones. We was coming up with some funny biblical ones. And I was like, yo, we're gonna get fucking cursed out because we over here playing with God. And it is not funny, but then it is funny. So
I think I'm gonna just prank my grandmother from now on.
Yeah,
because her
you get more from her.
Yeah, my mom, she don't be paying me no mind, as you can see.
Yeah, she's watching History Channel.
She sure was, and I know I was disturbing her.
Yeah, because she was just looking like.
Cause she used to do that to me when I was living there. I would go in her room just to talk to her, see how her day is. And she'd be watching History Channel, and then I'd be talking, and then she'll just finally look at me, and she's like, why you want to talk to me now when you see I'm watching something? I'm like, you always watching the damn History Channel. Like, come on. And she's like, well, I'm busy right now. I'm like, how much more knowledge, Ma? You watch History Channel every day. What more do you need to learn?
As much as you possibly can. So,
if it ain't the fucking Love and Hip Hop, it's History Channel.
She got her ratchet with her intelligence. Blended perfectly.
I never met somebody who just watched the History Channel like
perfectly
that.
Splendid. Perfectly. Yeah, we started watching due to Niecy's ass.
The Haunted.
Yeah, Haunting of Bly Manor. Mm-hmm. So
that show is crazy.
So we're gonna see what's that about, and
I gotta finish that. Did you finish Greenleaf?
Oh yeah, I did. I forgot to tell you I finished it. I was like, yo, y'all motherfuckers really. Let me tell you something. Mrs. Greenleaf, she's a way better preacher. Like, yeah, it should always went to her. It was an interesting
ending.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. They really like just, all right, this is how we're gonna end it. So
I wish, cause I'm like, damn, I would love to know like how her son, what became of him, what became of Zora being in New York.
Yeah, like, they just kind of left us with a whole bunch of unanswered stuff, but
I definitely cried when Bishop died.
Yeah,
it was like that moment when he wrote "I Do," and I was like, not writing "I Do" in the middle of a stroke.
Mm-hmm. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, why didn't you just go to the doctor? But black people, we don't be going to the doctor. Go to the doctor. It's important.
It really is. But I'm happy you finished it.
I did.
I love that show.
Anything else, darling?
I think I'm done. I don't got anything else to say.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you for tuning in, listening to us talk our talk about our roster. Hopefully by next Sunday,
we be married.
Yeah,
or
engaged. Or maybe I'm on a yacht with a fucking billionaire in Ibiza somewhere. But
child, you gonna get that tuition paid,
get that head, get that bread, and leave.
Hopefully, because a lot can happen.
Yeah, that's true.
In a week, a month, or a year.
That is very true. Oh, and also the elections are coming up, so y'all better go out and vote.
Make sure y'all vote, please.
Because we all in this together.
A fucking disgrace.
Oh, God.
Both of them.
And this is how I know, like, I cannot with people. Y'all made that fly more fucking famous than the actual issues that should have been.
They wasn't really answering the questions from what I heard.
I was like, not the fucking fly having a social media page.
I'm not gonna lie, the memes was hella funny though.
Nah, the memes were. I was like, help us, Lord, help us. But yeah, so we'll be back next week.
Yes, with a new episode. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Just a Podcast 2 underscores. Follow us on Twitter at _podcast. Just a underscore podcast. And make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe so we can get rich.
Yes. And hit that notification bell so that anytime we put up a video, ding, ding, ding. You guys, Yeah, that
we just
notified.
Posted. Yes.
So, yeah.
And niggas, slide in our DMs.
Yes, if you are single.
I be getting dudes slide in my DMs, but I be reading that shit and I be like, bye.
Oh, so you do get niggas that be sliding in your DMs.
Yeah, but I don't even talk about it or entertain. I'm just like, whatever.
Same.
Shut up! You just say you be responding to the DMs.
Some. There was one
and that's why she was in a category of folks that look at their DMs and they choose who they want to respond to. Then you have me that just be like, boom.
Yeah.
Next.
But I want a nigga who, you look good, you got a good head on your shoulders, you in the gym.
Mm-hmm. Et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, et cetera, et cetera. I put all my listings down.
A manifestation.
Yeah, I put the application down for y'all.
All right. Application, honey.
Yeah, because, I don't know when this soulmate is coming, but he coming. So let me just put it in the universe what I want. But yeah, make sure she gonna put her application down too.
I guess.
But you gotta get married too with me. Yeah, I gotta be celebrating.
Let's get married. Yeah, 3 carats. But anyway, thank you guys from the bottom of our heart. Love you all, and we will see you guys later. Okay?
Deuces.
Deuces.